Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Ethereum did move up yesterday significantly. Today we've got a big day, we've got CPI data, and late yesterday I made you aware of the changes in the chart and a key resistance area should Bitcoin still push higher, because I went to bed. And however, I gave you the resistance area here, 18,387, and this is also the level that we saw and reacted to. So I think it hit it with the accuracy of a few dollars. If you take a look, we came very close to the previous high and also to the channel resistance. Now this is sort of a moment of truth now here. Honestly, I didn't bother to change the wave count yesterday. There are a few amendments we need to make, nothing really that changes the higher level scenario, but it was so late here. Still, I wanted to give you an update about the next resistance, and I hope it was helpful. So we already talked back in December about this price range between 18 and 19K. I think, in fact, we already talked in November about it. Then, however, when the last CPI was released, or was it I think it was actually the inflation, it was the interest rate, yeah. We then came down a bit stronger than anticipated, started again from scratch here, still expected the rally to the upside. First into the region around, what was it? We talked first about let me just double check that. Oh yeah, 17.6 to 17.9K area. And said if we go above that, then we're morphing from the blue count into the green count. But I only tracked the blue one because tracking both didn't make sense because they moved together anyway until 17.9K. Knowing that if we break higher, we're going to morph into the green count. The green count assumes that all of this is a larger ABC pattern, that this is a wave 4 and would eventually result in a wave 5. I had a few questions if I'm still expecting another low for Bitcoin, even with this latest move to the upside. Yeah, and nothing has changed. I mean, the 18 to 19K level was certainly a level that we talked about, certainly a level that we expected within this wave 4. So nothing has changed from the higher time frame. In fact, it's not too surprising Bitcoin is doing that in the green count, especially when we broke through 17.9K, that we can also move into the range between 18 and 19K, because that's sort of the part of the green count, okay? A count that we've had on the chart for more than a month now. So again, this is probably the primary count now, to be honest, ABC, after we broke above 17.6K yesterday, because the blue count, even though not completely invalid here, ABC, is getting extremely unlikely now that we've basically retraced 100% of the wave 1. Just to show you, this was the wave 1, this here the wave 2, basically can't defend the blue count anymore. I'll still leave it on the chart until it's officially invalidated. Ethereum's blue count was invalidated yesterday, and that count suggests that we get a direct breakdown here from the area around 17.1 to 17.9K. In this scenario, we should have broken down from there, but there was never really a reversal signal, so we always held critical support levels that I gave you. So the idea was still to push higher. So that's how you need to take it step by step, right? Okay, so the blue count basically not really defendable anymore. We're therefore in the green count. In the green count, we're already in the price region that the green count should achieve. A, B, C. Yeah. So we are in the price region. We've reached the target range for the green count. However, even if we've done that, we should still get a fourth and a fifth wave. That's still likely. Yeah. The reason is because the subdivisions don't really suggest that we've already finished. So what I can imagine would happen today, I mean, if I'm going to zoom in, obviously in the green count we've got this ABC. So I'm talking here about the C wave. In the C wave, we've got 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, and I think we've only just now, if we have, completed the wave 3. There should still be a fourth and a fifth. I gave you yesterday a support area and a target area for the wave 4, but mentioned that, should we go any higher, then we obviously need to look at changing that sort of target box as well. So, and that's exactly what we're gonna do here. Certainly important to highlight that if we come down now, this will be the decision moment. At the moment, my view is we are in the green card and this should become a 5-wave move up. However, this can also be an A, B, C of some sort. We need to be ready for that. So it's not a given that these support boxes are holding. It would be my expectation that it's holding. Yeah, it would be an expectation, but of course it's not a guarantee. Okay, so let's take a look at what can happen, what should happen here. I'm going to show you a couple of scenarios because you need to know what happens if certain levels break. Now let's zoom in. Let's zoom in. And in terms of the subdivisions, I think, yeah, I mean, we can. So I think I'd like to make a few changes here to the subdivisions. I changed the Ethereum account yesterday as well a little bit, and I think I need to do that here as well. So the idea is, let me actually take those subwaves out. Again, it doesn't really change anything in the higher time frame, but with a strong move up yesterday, it just makes sense because this really looks like a third wave. Yeah. So let's take a look. There are a couple of possibilities. If we talk about a more bullish possibility, okay, so if we now talk about the subdivisions here, let's talk about options. So one scenario in which we certainly could still push a bit higher is the one that I'm counting off the low, yeah, off the December low. I'm counting the move up here as a wave 1. I'm going to change the wave degree in a minute, don't worry. This as a wave 2. And then we talk about here 3, 4, 5. I'm going to change the color now to white. Going to change the wave degree as well. And then we've got wave 3 here. Let me think. Actually, probably still ongoing the way this looks. Because then I have subwaves as well. And that would give me here a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's certainly something I'm going to follow now. Again, always bear in mind, a lot of people expect certainties. Of course, in financial markets, there are no certainties. So what we need to do, we need to take it level by level here, because what we're doing here is micro counting eventually. Yeah, and micro counts are of course fragile. They can move a lot. You know, they are a bit uncertain. So what is absolutely important is to identify the key support levels that need to hold to carry on with this move. Let me make clear to you that we've reached the target for this wave pattern, but the subwaves don't suggest yet that the high is in, especially with this strong pump yesterday, which should be a third wave. So what kind of support level doesn't need to hold now? So if I'm adding here the support box for this fourth wave, which means we should still get a fifth coming, and another fifth, and this would only complete the third wave in green. Of course, there's other interpretations, but that would be my expectation here at the moment, looking at how this chart, yeah, sort of behaves. Then we need to hold, first of all, very important would be the wave 1 high. Yeah, in this wave 4, we should definitely not get into the price range of wave 1. That's around 17,500. However, that would be quite strong, that retracement. So we actually want to hold 17,852 with a 50% retracement. Dropping below that level would make it very unlikely that this is still the pattern. And then we're talking about the probability and the possibility that this wave 3 high is already in. Now, I must say to you, this is, be careful with this move. This is certainly one that makes sense based on this wave count, but I'd be extremely careful given that CPI is happening today. Let me check what target we actually reached here with this wave 3 there. No, I need to, 1 second. Let me just double check that. So we've now reached nearly the 2.618 Fib extension. Yeah, okay. So that's for a wave 3 absolutely common, but this wave 3 would in all likelihood still push a bit higher than that actually. But yeah, be careful with that because today is CPI coming, so this could throw everything around. The other possibility is, and that would be the count if we say that this high of this green wave 3 is already in, and I cannot rule out that it is. I think that is a little bit more of an unlikely count given how strong the last move up actually was, because a wave 5 is rarely that strong, but it would include a wave 1 here, a wave 2 here, as indicated there, then a wave 3 here, a wave 4 here, absolutely valid, and this being the wave 5, the last wave up. Yeah. Even here we could get another squiggle up, but if we stop somewhere here around whatever 18.5k or so and don't get really meaningfully above resistance, then this could still be this wave 3. And I will do a video before the CPI later today, see where we are, and give you revised critical support levels. But be aware, in such an environment where you have a lot of volatility, you can get fake outs as well easily. But this is now the revised count. It shows that we could still push higher even in a scenario where we will make one more low afterwards. The thing is, until, and we're now talking about the bigger picture, until we go above 21,000 here, 480, we can maintain the view that we get one more low easily. Because this was the wave 2, and we're now coming down in 3. We just move up in 4 and would come down in 5. I mean, there is a level where already the scenario that we will get down one more low, will get less likely, and that is if we break above the 78.6% retracement. That's at 20.2k. As I said before, I'm open to the idea that Bitcoin could have its low already in, but there's currently no evidence. A move above 20.2k would be initial evidence, but it's only, well, not initial evidence, initial indication, and then a break above that 21,480 level. Yeah, I mean, that would, because then you break the pattern, then you break the higher level pattern on the daily chart. If I go back to the daily chart, we would then break this descending wedge pattern, and the wave 4 would move up too strong. At the moment, we're still in the wedge, and ideally we're holding actually this resistance. I mean, I've just shown you a wave count which would allow us to break out, because it's more logical from a count point of view. But ideally, from a pattern point of view, from a structural point of view, we don't go any higher than 18,400. So it will be interesting to observe if we're now holding this small green support area. We're certainly getting into an environment where the market is now overheated, which of course doesn't mean the market needs to stop. That's a common misconception that when an indicator moves into overbought, the price couldn't go high anymore. It can, surely. But we're now in an overbought territory, so it means that we need to watch very closely for reversal signals. Okay, and that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.